Imagine a building without beams, walls, or a foundation. The human skeleton is our internal framework. It provides the structure and support that allows us to stand upright. This intricate framework is made up of 206 bones. These bones come in all shapes and sizes, each with its own unique role to play. Some bones, like those in our skull, act as guardians. They protect our delicate organs. The skull forms a hard, bony helmet around our brain. Our rib cage provides a protective barrier around our heart and lungs. Other bones, like those in our limbs, are enablers of movement. They work in concert with our muscles, allowing us to walk, run, and perform intricate tasks. Resting atop our spine is one of the most recognizable structures in the human body, the skull. It serves as the ultimate guardian, protecting the most critical organ in our body, the brain. Inside this bony vault, our thoughts, memories, and emotions reside. The skull itself is a marvel of engineering, made up of 22 separate bones. These bones interlock with remarkable precision, forming a strong and stable structure. The majority of these bones make up the cranium, the dome-shaped structure that encases the brain. Within the cranium, tiny bones in the middle ear transmit sound vibrations. This intricate process allows us to experience the world around us through the sense of hearing. While the cranium protects what lies within, the facial bones give shape to our outward identity. These 14 bones form the framework of our face. They provide the structure for our eyes, nose, and mouth. The upper jaw, the largest of the facial bones, anchors our upper teeth. The lower jaw, the only movable bone in the skull, allows us to open and close our mouths. The smallest bones in our body are also found within the skull. The stapes, located in the middle ear, are no bigger than a grain of rice. These tiny bones amplify sound waves and transmit them to the inner ear. Imagine a chain of intricately carved blocks, each one stacked upon the other, forming a flexible yet sturdy column. This is our spine, the central support structure of our entire skeleton. It's the backbone, literally, that allows us to stand upright, bend, and twist. This remarkable structure isn't just one solid bone. It's made up of 33 individual bones called vertebrae. These vertebrae create a column that extends from the base of the skull to the pelvis. Each vertebra is specially shaped to provide maximum strength and flexibility. They work together to allow a wide range of motion while protecting the delicate spinal cord within. The spine isn't just one uniform structure. It's divided into 5 distinct regions. Starting at the top, we have the cervical vertebrae, the 7 vertebrae that form our neck. These bones allow for a wide range of head movement. Moving down, we encounter the thoracic vertebrae. These 12 bones connect to our ribs, forming the rear anchor point of the rib cage. Below the thoracic vertebrae lie the lumbar vertebrae. These 5 bones are the largest and strongest in the spine, bearing the brunt of our body weight. The final 2 sections of the spine, the sacrum and coccyx, connect the spine to the pelvis. The coccyx, commonly known as the tailbone, is a small, triangular bone at the very end of the spine. Now, you might imagine that with all these bones stacked on top of each other, the spine would be quite rigid. However, the opposite is true. Our spine is remarkably flexible, thanks in part to the intervertebral discs. These discs act as shock absorbers and allow for a wide range of motion. Imagine these discs as jelly-filled donuts with a tough outer layer and a soft, gel-like center. When we move, the discs compress and expand, cushioning the vertebrae. They prevent the vertebrae from rubbing against each other, which would cause pain and damage over time. The discs also help to distribute the forces placed on the spine, reducing the risk of injury. Imagine a delicate bird nestled within a cage, protected from external threats. That's akin to how our heart and lungs reside within the rib cage. This bony structure, also known as the thoracic cage, encircles the upper torso. It provides a crucial layer of protection for these vital organs. The rib cage isn't just a rigid barrier, it's a dynamic structure that expands and contracts with each breath. This movement is essential for respiration, allowing us to draw in oxygen and expel carbon dioxide. The ribs themselves act as individual struts, adding strength and resilience to the overall structure. The rib cage is meticulously constructed from 12 pairs of ribs, crafted from strong yet slightly flexible bone. These ribs arch around the chest, forming a protective enclosure. The top 7 pairs of ribs are known as true ribs, attaching directly to the sternum. The next 3 pairs, ribs 8 through 10, are called false ribs, attaching to the cartilage of the rib above them. This arrangement allows for greater flexibility in the lower rib cage. The final 2 pairs, ribs 11 and 12, are termed floating ribs, connecting only to the vertebrae in the back. The spaces between the ribs are filled with intercostal muscles which play a crucial role in breathing. These muscles contract and relax, pulling the rib cage up and out during inhalation. This expands the volume of the chest cavity, creating a vacuum that draws air into the lungs. During exhalation, the intercostal muscles relax, allowing the rib cage to return to its resting position. This rhythmic expansion and contraction of the rib cage is what allows us to breathe. Shoulders. The pivotal connection. Our upper limbs, from the powerful shoulders to the delicate fingertips, are marvels of engineering. They enable a vast repertoire of movement. At the junction of the upper limbs and the torso lies the shoulder girdle. This structure, formed by the clavicle and the scapula, acts as the pivotal connection. The clavicle braces the shoulder, preventing it from collapsing inward. The scapula provides a wide range of motion, allowing us to reach, lift, and rotate our arms. This allows us to interact with the world in countless ways. Arms. From power to precision. Extending from the shoulder girdle are the arms, our versatile tools for interacting with the world. Each arm consists of 3 bones, the humerus, the radius, and the ulna. The humerus connects to the scapula at the shoulder joint, allowing for a wide range of motion. The lower arm is formed by the radius and the ulna, which run parallel to each other. The radius rotates over the ulna during pronation and supination, allowing us to turn our palms up and down. The ulna forms the hinge joint with the humerus at the elbow, allowing for flexion and extension. The elbow joint is essential for countless everyday activities. Hands. Instruments of dexterity. At the ends of our arms lie our hands, the ultimate instruments of dexterity. These intricate structures, each composed of 27 bones, are capable of both powerful grips and delicate manipulations. The hand is divided into 3 parts: the wrist, the palm, and the fingers. The wrist, a complex joint formed by 8 small carpal bones, connects the hand to the forearm. The palm is composed of 5 metacarpal bones, providing support and structure. Extending from the metacarpals are the fingers, our primary tools for fine motor control. The thumb's unique structure gives it remarkable opposability, allowing us to pinch, grasp, and manipulate objects with precision. From the ground up, our lower limbs provide the stable base and powerful levers that allow us to walk, run, jump, and dance. These limbs support the weight of our entire upper body. At the top lies the pelvis, anchoring the lower limbs to the axial skeleton. The pelvis is formed by the fusion of 3 bones: the ilium, ischium, and pubis. It supports the upper body, transmitting weight to the legs. The hip joints connect the femur to the pelvic girdle. These joints allow for a wide range of motion while providing stability. Extending downward from the hips are the legs, our pillars of mobility. Each leg is composed of 3 bones: the femur, the tibia, and the fibula. The femur, the longest and strongest bone, transmits forces from the hip to the knee. It acts as a lever, amplifying the power of our leg muscles. The tibia and fibula run parallel in the lower leg. The tibia, the larger bone, is the main weight-bearing bone. It forms the shin, the bony ridge at the front of your lower leg. The fibula, the slenderer bone, is on the outer side of the leg. It provides muscle attachment points and stabilizes the ankle. At the very end of our lower limbs lie our feet, our grounded base and the final link in the chain of movement. Each foot is a complex structure composed of 26 bones intricately arranged to provide support, balance, and propulsion. These bones work in concert, forming arches that distribute our weight evenly. They provide a stable platform for standing, walking, and running. The foot is divided into 3 parts: the hindfoot, the midfoot, and the forefoot. The hindfoot, composed of the talus and calcaneus, forms the heel and ankle joint. This joint allows us to point our toes up and down. The calcaneus absorbs the shock of impact when we walk or run. The midfoot, consisting of 5 tarsal bones, forms the arch of the foot. The forefoot, composed of 5 metatarsals and 14 phalanges, forms the toes. The phalanges give the toes their flexibility and allow us to push off the ground. From the protective embrace of the skull to the grounded base of the feet, the human skeleton stands as a testament to the elegance and efficiency of nature's design. This intricate framework of bones, more than 200 strong, provides the scaffolding for our bodies. It safeguards our vital organs and empowers us to move with grace and purpose. Yet, the skeleton's significance extends beyond its structural marvels. It's a dynamic and living system, constantly renewing itself, producing blood cells within its marrow, and interacting in concert with muscles, tendons, and ligaments to orchestrate the symphony of movement that defines our physical existence. The human skeleton, in its elegant simplicity and remarkable complexity, is a testament to the wonders of biology and the awe-inspiring power of evolution.